Hi guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do another comparison foundation video. I really love talking to you guys about foundations and comparing them, telling you guys which ones are worth buying and whatnot. I really have a passion for foundations and I love them. I have two I'm going to compare today. They don't claim to be a similar finish or anything like that, but I feel like because of the same brand and the part of the same kind of family, you might be interested to know which one to buy, which one's going to be better for acne, which one's going to be better for giving you a bit of glow, coverage, that kind of thing. So I thought we'll compare them today. And it's two Chanel foundations. The first one I have is the Complexion Lumiere Velvet, and I'm going to be comparing it to the new Beiges, which is the newest foundation, I think. Both of them are very different, but they have something in common. They're both very natural and both very hydrating on the skin, and I wanted to kind of compare them in case you guys were wondering which one you should opt for and for what reason. So if you're ready, let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to discuss packaging first. As you can see, very different in terms of their packaging. The Complexion Lumiere Velvet is a small plastic bottle. It's a black colour, you have the Chanel logo on the top, you have the embossment here, and there's just something about this packaging that really resonates with me. I really like it. It's very minimalist, it's very compact. It's a screw top, and then you basically just pour the foundation out. It is a little bit messy, it's not the best in terms of wastage. It does even seep through the lid ever so slightly. That is a little bit inconvenient and not fantastic because you're paying a lot for Chanel foundations. The last thing you want is to waste them and to have them leaking. So that is something that I did have to note. However, if you store it up right, generally 9 times out of 10 you shouldn't have a problem. When the lid is on and screwed on tightly, you should be fine. But as I said, sometimes it can seep through this little opening here, which is not ideal. The Beiges is very different. It's more premium. It's more what you probably would expect from Chanel. It's a beautiful frosted glass bottle. You have the Chanel logo on the top here that's kind of in like an almond colour, which is beautiful, and then you have the pump. This is actually also quite prone to leakage. However, it's nowhere near as leaky as the other packaging that we've discussed, but I feel like the packaging wise, even though this is better made, even though you're getting more bang for your buck and you are getting more premium, I actually prefer the packaging of this because I find it compact and I think it just looks fantastic. I love the colour, I love the aesthetics of it, and I just find it a lot more travel friendly even though it is prone to leakage. So packaging wise, very different. I feel like it probably just depends on your preference, but I don't think you can really go wrong with them. They're both beautiful. SPF. So SPF 15 for the Complexion Lumiere Velvet and SPF 25 for the Beiges foundation. So obviously you're getting more SPF in this one. So if SPF is something that really concerns you, if you need a minimum of 25, obviously this is the foundation to go for. These foundations both claim to do very different things. I feel that the Chanel Complexion Lumiere is a very demi-matte finish. It's very natural, but it's very pore minimizing, it's very smoothing, there's something very velvety about it. It does give the skin a matter finish. It's not matte in a natural way, it's not matte in a flat way. Your skin still looks really radiant, but it just looks a little bit matter. It's great in terms of oil control. It doesn't kind of produce any excess oil. It doesn't feel cakey or heavy or greasy or anything like that. It's nice and light, and I think the lightness is definitely the selling point of this foundation for me. It's that light, it kind of feels like a skincare product. You have to shake it up to activate the ingredients, and you'll hear it is a very liquidy foundation. When you apply it onto your skin just kind of drinks it up and it just feels amazing. Sometimes with foundation you can kind of put it on and you just feel like, oh, my skin just feels so congested, I just cannot wait to get it off. With this one, your skin actually feels replenished and restored and plumper when you've applied it, and I really do like it. I think half the battle with foundations is having it feel comfortable, and I think that a lot of people do struggle with foundations because sometimes they can feel very heavy and cakey and greasy. This definitely does not feel that way. It feels a million bucks when you wear it. I love it. The Beiges foundation is slightly heavier. When I say slight, I mean slight. You can definitely feel that it's there. Once you wear the Complexion Lumiere, you kind of forget that you're wearing any foundation. When you're wearing this one, you can feel it, and that feeling doesn't go away. Like you do feel like you're wearing a foundation. That doesn't bother me because I wear foundation pretty much every day if I'm going out or filming. Not around the house, but generally. And this is slightly heavier. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it definitely feels more foundation-like, as opposed to that one that feels more like a skincare product. It feels very hydrating, it feels like it's doing your skin some good, whereas this one just kind of feels like foundation, typical, fine. Doesn't feel overly heavy, but you do feel it. Does feel heavy when you compare them, because obviously this feels uniquely light, but in general I think they're both very, very comfortable foundations to wear. Longevity. So longevity is very, very different. With the Perfection Lumiere, I find it to wear off between 6 to 8 hours, which is fine because that lasts me normally for a day. I don't mind, my complexion will start to come through ever so slightly, and that doesn't bother me too much. However, with the Beige, I can put this on at 8 in the morning and it still feels like it's a shame to take it off at 11 p.m. at night. I was so wowed by how long this lasted. It was definitely the talking point of this foundation for me. It lasts fantastically. You cannot fault this foundation is how long it lasts. And again, that's something with a compromise on its texture. Because it's that little bit thicker, because it has more oomph to it, it lasts that little bit longer. So again, that's something that has a pro and a con, because you can feel it, but it ain't going anywhere. When it's on, and it will be there until you decide to take it off. Okay, so let's talk about coverage. Coverage for me is very, very different on these two foundations. With the Perfection Lumiere, it's quite light. I would say light to medium coverage, definitely. If you have small blemishes, that kind of thing, redness, this will deal with it reasonably well. You may have to put a bit of concealer on top, but in terms of coverage, I would definitely say this is light to medium. You can build it up to be a full coverage foundation, but then you're compromising on the best thing about it, which is the lightness, so that's something to consider. In terms of coverage, this isn't the best. With the Beige, the coverage is definitely medium to full. Again, that comes in with that texture again, because it's a little bit thicker, because it lasts a little bit longer, the coverage is a lot better and it feels like it's doing more for you. If you have, I would say, reasonable blemishes, you know, one that you do want to cover, then this should cover them pretty well. It doesn't struggle in terms of coverage. You can put an extra layer of this on, it doesn't make it feel too much heavier, but this deals with coverage very, very well, and I would definitely say it's a medium to full coverage. Let's talk about actual complexion. What do these foundations do for the complexion? Who are they ideal for? So, in my opinion, the Perfection Lumiere Velvet is for people that have normal skin, not dry skin, because this clings to dry patches. I noticed around my nose piercing that this did cling ever so slightly. So I would say if you're prone to dry skin, if you have quite flaky skin, this will cling to it. So it's not the best. It's not one that I would opt for if I was having a dry skin day. I think this is perfect for people with oily to combination skin. They don't have too many blemishes going on, you don't have too much redness, you just want that even wash of perfection. You want your skin to look radiant and you want your skin to look perfected, but you do not need too much coverage and you're not bothered about it kind of wearing off within 8 hours. That's the people this is ideal for. It's also ideal for people that hate wearing foundations because of how they feel. You don't like foundation because they feel heavy, cakey, tacky, sticky, uncomfortable. This is one to go for because it just is undetectable. Once it's on, it's like it was always part of your complexion. It's never not being there. It feels beautiful and light, and it's very hydrating and firming on the skin. I really do like it. If you're someone that wants a very radiant finish, you want that ethereal glow, you want to make your bone structure look better, you want to look hydrated, you want to look replenished, then the Beige is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous finish. Again, better in terms of the coverage, lasts that little bit longer. So if you want a full working day out of it, this is perfect. This is also okay for drier skin because it has a bit more oomph to it. It doesn't cling, it's thicker, so it's a bit more oomph to it. But I do love them both. But I think if you want that healthy everyday glow, this is the one to go for. And if you want something that's undetectable, your skin but better, then this is the one to opt for. In terms of price, they're quite similar. I'm going to link them down below. I don't know if this is slightly more expensive. I can't remember. I think I paid about $34 for this, and I think I paid about 35, 36, maybe even 37 for this one. I'm not sure. I bought them a while ago, but I'm going to link them down below in case you guys want to check out the prices. But I hope this is giving you a more informed decision about which one to go for. I absolutely love both of them. Both of them have firm places in my heart and firm reasons to be in my collection. If I'm having a good skin week, I just want something to wash over, I want to feel hydrated, I'll go for this one. If I need a bit more coverage, I need it to last a little bit longer and I want it to look a bit more glowy, I'll opt for this one. If anyone's interested in both foundations, I'm the shade 40 Beige. I'm in that in all Chanel foundations, if I'm completely honest with you. I've never had anything but a 40 Beige and they both work perfectly well with my complexion, which I would say is definitely a medium olive skin tone. So guys, I hope you all found this review and comparison helpful. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course, as subscribe if you're new to my channel. Also check out the info bar for links, foundation playlists, that kind of thing. If you want to see the foundations applied, I'll link both videos down below. Thanks so much for watching. Pop in the comments box down below any experience that you've had with these foundations. If you're thinking about trying them, I'd love to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching. Bye!